there, Battle Brothers, and welcome to yet another video, and welcome to yet another review video. Today we are reviewing yet another installment in the Warhammer Horus Heresy series. Yes! And we are reviewing another novella from the collection The Primarchs, which I think is the 20th in the series as far as the publishing chronology goes. And once again, I have to say that this book is for people who already know a lot about the Horus Heresy, who've read at least the initial 5 volumes and then some. Absolutely need to read this because the first novella was about Fulgrim and what happened kind of after the novel Fulgrim and the events of Istvan V. The second one was about the Iron Warriors and was like a prelude to Istvan V. Once again, you have to know what happened to enjoy it fully. And this one is about Lionel Johnson. It's called The Lion. And it's really a continuation of a short story that I have already reviewed. It is a part of the... Is it the Thramas Crusade? I have got notes here because there's a lot of names, of course, and quite obviously. And even despite I have read, I think, except for the Mechanicum, I've read all the previous novels. And I'm going to get to Mechanicum. I know it's important as far as the narrative goes. It's about the Martian Civil War, right? Yeah, I mean, I kind of sort of skipped it for some reason. I probably didn't feel like reading about the Mechanicum, it being like my least favorite faction, quote unquote, in Warhammer. But this is like about 82 days after the events at Tsugalga, was it called, what is this? Tsagualsa, I'm sorry, mispronouncing it, when he encountered Konrad Kurz. And they had this very action-packed, brutal battle, and Konrad Kurz was mocking him, and it was implying that he knows that something's off on Caliban. And so Lion is pondering it, and he really has suspicions that something's happening on Caliban, and he's afraid that Horus is trying to sway the rest of the legion that was left behind to his side. But that doesn't really stop him from wanting to finally capture the Night Lords that have been escaping him, as they do, for the last 2 years. So this campaign is going on, or has been going on, the Thramas Crusade has been going on for 2 years as of this novel, or this novella. But then he gets a report that something's wrong at the Perditis planet. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on like ordinary words in this video. I'm not editing that. It's genuine. That's me. And that the Death Guard, that already is known to be the traitors, and the Iron Hands are there fighting, trying to get to the technology that the Mechanicum have been researching and studying at Perditis. And it is a warp machine. It's like a machine with its own sentience that can translate anything into warp and from the warp like instantaneously, without any calculations or long processes. And so this is very, very valuable for whoever gets it, right? That can turn the tide of the war. And so he says, yeah, we have to go there. We have to claim it. We have to save that technology from anybody, really. And Lionel Johnson, I like the way he's fleshed out and described in this novella. I'm not really going to talk about the plot anymore because, you know, if you haven't read it, just really don't want to spoil it for you. But I will say a couple of things. So it'll be safer for you if you haven't read this novella and are interested in it, just read it and then come back. I like the way Lionel Johnson was fleshed out, and the fact that he is a torn man in, you know, as far as this point in the Horus Heresy goes. Firstly, he doesn't know who to believe. He doesn't want to believe anybody. After Istvan V, who do you want to believe? Trust is a very rare commodity these days in Warhammer 30k universe. And so, but his first and foremost loyalty always lies with the Emperor, that's for sure. But he doesn't believe anybody. He doesn't even believe Guillemot, right? And he is supposed to be one of the loyalist Primarchs, along with Lionel Johnson, Sanguinius, so on and so forth. But they travel to the Perditus in Warp, and there's like a lot of shenanigans and problems in the Warp, and they find out that they are being chased by another vessel, probably by the Night Lords in Warp, which is very rare. Almost nobody can do that. And so things happen, and they get stranded unexpectedly in the Warp without Gellerfields, I think. So, you know, like, demons attack them in their ship, the Invincible Reason. And the only way how to defeat all the demons and how to get out of the Warp and to get to their destination and survive this entire business is, of course, the use of the librarians, which, of course, has been banned at this point by the council at Nicaea. And I love that entire passage when Lionel Johnson is, along with one of his chaplains, that he is interrogating a librarian who used his powers. And of course, the chaplain's all about, we have to punish him, you know, the word of the Emperor is the word. And Linus, yeah, fuck it. He kills the chaplain, and he allows all his librarians to use their power, so they can get out of this alive. So, there was, of course, the inner struggle of Lionel Johnson, you know, between a 100% being, you know, obeying the Emperor and common sense, right? I have to use librarians, I will use librarians. But once again, we see the fact that Lionel Johnson is within boundaries, of course, and being faithful to the Emperor, willing to do anything to achieve his goals and to win. It is a very colorful character. It is a character who is very firm and strong in his loyalty, in his beliefs, in what he fights for, but at the same time, he's bendable enough to know that certain things just have to be bent or obeyed. As a contrast to what I, like, so far have read about, for example, Rogel Dawn. And so, once again, as I say every time I make reviews about stories about the Primarchs, they are very colorful characters, and stories about them are my favorite, precisely because they can be so complex and so well written. And the Primarchs are just infinitely interesting characters, because there will always be the struggle and the fight in their hearts, in their minds, between the superhuman character of that, but at the same time, them being leaders and fighting for the good of men, humanity, and them themselves still being human, even though they are super duper human. Absolutely enjoyed this. I do recommend it to everybody who has already read a lot and who knows that what happened in ideally most of the previous stories. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of the OBO. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, the Emperor protects.